Hi again everyone, welcome back to Electromechanical Paul. So it's been there about a month since my last video, but this month has been quite hectic. I've got a disabled car and it had to go back to the dealers for service on I think the first or second this month. On the way back to bringing it back to me, the man who was driving from a dealer, I won't mention names of dealers or people's names, had an accident in it. So that had to be repaired, and it's a bit of a 2 and 8 if it should be on my insurance, which it shouldn't be. It should be on the car dealer's insurance, but because it's a disabled person's car, Motability Operations actually own the car, and therefore it's their baby, they say what goes. So even though I wasn't driving, nothing to do with me, it went on my insurance, but the car dealers will be paying the excess because it wasn't nothing to do with me. But there you go. I haven't had an accident for many years, probably going back to about the 80s, 1980s, something like that. I had a car accident many years ago. But there you go. And then on top of that, they gave me this hire car type of thing, which was an automatic Volvo, and it is about 180 bhp. So if you're a boy racer, but I'm not. So obviously that went back after a couple of days. Yeah, I enjoyed the acceleration, stuff like that. Great for getting yourself out of awkward spaces and stuff, and overtaking. But yeah, my top speed is probably about 100 at the very most. Normally I do stick to the speed limit, which is 70, but sometimes you've got to overtake or get away from kids and that, you put your foot down a bit to get away from them. Anyway, on top of that, then they gave me a manual Vauxhall, which I can drive, a Vauxhall Mocha, which I can drive manuals, but being as I'm disabled, it hurts my back to push the clutch down. But I had that for a couple of weeks, and then we went away to a little holiday resort in the UK called Margate. Went there for 4 days, bit of a break, and then come back to rain and horrible weather. And that was on the 19th we got back, 18th, 19th. And yeah, just phoning up, finding back the car, got my car delivered back to me, new front bumper on it, new lights on it, or on light anyway. And that was it. And then lo and behold, 2 days ago we had a burst pipe about a mile away from us, and it left about 11,000 people without water, including us. So we had no water for about 2 days, but the water board called Thames Water actually delivered some water to me. 1 minute, I'll just go and get it. Oops, oh sorry about that, 1 minute. Oh. This is the water they delivered. 1, 3. We've had 9 bottles, is it in here? 6. Yeah, 9 bottles, and I bought 4 lots of these up, so a few litres of water. Oh dear. But as probably a few people know out there, and probably a few people don't, is when the water in the water tank runs out, you can't flush the toilet, and you don't have no hot water. But there you go, I wasn't able to use the toilet for a day out of the 2. Anyway, that's my life. I'm not feeling too brilliant today, don't know why, but there you go, that's me. But no, I've been seeing my my what's it called now? Subscription rates going up, and I've got about 250 subscribers now. Thank you very much. Sorry a lot of you haven't seen our videos lately, but it ain't been a very easy month this month. Hopefully next month might be better. weather's taking a turn for the worst. One time we had 37 degrees here about 3 weeks ago now. It really was hot, stifling hot at night as well. But in our summers we have about that heat for probably about 1 or 2 days, and that's the end of it. It starts getting cooler and cooler. And it's now I suppose about I guess 20 degrees out, 18-20 degrees. So it's not that warm out now. It's slowly starting to cool down. But our summers, like, it'll go cool, it'll get a bit warmer, cool off a couple of days, then get a bit warmer. It's a bit like that, but it slowly goes down and down in temperature until about September, and it starts getting cold then. So yeah. Alright, anyway, that's enough of my gossiping. Before I was showing you me restoring a radio, this Derwent radio, off camera I've done a couple of bits and pieces to it. It now looks nice and clean on the chassis. I've got to clean the valve base up a bit more, but I think it's time to tackle these capacitors. As I say, there isn't much main sum on it. It's going after style, not brilliantly, but it's got a few electrolytics in it I want to replace, and check a few other capacitors. There's a few paper capacitors. I won't go mad on it because it's working, and yeah. But yeah, I'll turn you off, and then I'll put you back on when I've got myself organised and stuff like that. Alright, so see you in a minute. Bye bye for now. Right, welcome back everyone. Right, if you can remember from last time, this is that Derwent radio I was restoring. The chassis was a bit of a state, wasn't it? It had like light rust on it and mess everywhere. I cleaned the transformer up quite nicely. It didn't need spraying, but I'm not really into doing that much stuff on radios. If it was a bit ropey, I probably would have done something to it, but it was fine. If you can remember the other one, it's well, the last time it was quite messy, but now it's a bit of a gleam to it. A little bit of surface rust there. I'm not going to go too mad. I've treated it, it shouldn't get any worse. And that's it. Right, if you look underneath, I can put this down safely without it breaking. Put it up this end. Oh God! I'll get my light on it. 1 second. That's that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, as you can see, we have got a few electrolytics in here. We've got one there. Got a couple of paper capacitors there. I'll have a check of them. Actually, this one, look at that. That's one that actually unsoldered itself or come off. Didn't know nothing about that one. Might be a little bit where the main sum's coming from. Not sure. I'm not sure. Looks like it's on the IF section. Probably decoupling capacitors. Yeah. Going down here, we've got another electrolytic. I don't know if there's a multi-stage or not. I'll have to check this out. Another electrolytic there, and there is this one as well. This one is multi-stage, and by the looks of it, it's probably a smoothing capacitor, or it could be two cathode electrolytics. So it don't, it stops the distortion on the output amplifier. If you ain't got this in, it ends up a bit distorted. It sorts the distortion out for you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start doing that. I don't feel too good. I must admit, I start feeling a bit rough now. But let's see what I can get done. So I won't do it on camera. I'll do this off camera because it's going to take me a little while to do it. Yeah, sort out things. Also, I don't feel that brilliant now. But yeah, okay. I'll give you a shout back when I've done a few bits and show you how I've got on and what I've done. And also remember, I can't get a circuit diagram for this nowhere. I've scanned the internet, I've been on everywhere, and I cannot get any circuit diagrams, so I'm going to have to do it the best I can. Okay everybody, speak to you very shortly. Bye bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to Electromechanical Paul. Well, I've been working on this valve radio now for a little while. Probably about an hour roughly, I have replaced a few capacitors in it to the near enough tolerances of what was in there. I come across one 5 nanofarad capacitor or 0.005 microfarad capacitor rated at 1000 volts. I don't think it needs it, so I'm going to leave it in there. It is a waxy, but the type of circuit it's on, I don't think it's going to be any problem. It's on the aerial circuit, but we'll see about that. I've got this multi-section here, which is 16 microfarad, 16 microfarad. I've just measured it. It's on the smoothing and the sound valve cathode, and it measured, one section measures 15 microfarad, another measures 13.5 microfarad. I may well leave this in there. It don't look too bad. It don't look like it's been pressurised or leaking. I'll give you a quick look at the radio, then that will be it, because I'm starting to feel not too good at the moment. I started sweating and stuff like that. So I'm going to call it that for today, but I'll give you a quick look at the radio to show what I've done so far. So just 1 second, let's undo this camera. So there were some waxes there I've replaced. That wax up there is 1000 volts at 5 nanofarad. Well, I've got some 4.7 nanofarad, but only 100 volts. I'll probably put a 500 volt in and that will do it, but I haven't got any. What have we got down here? Got another. That was a non-polarised electrolytic there, which was this one at 25 volts DC at 25 microfarad. Yeah, sorry, 0.5 microfarad. So I've stuck a 100 nanofarad capacitor in there. Where's the other bits and pieces I've done? Don't know if you can see it there, a little electrolytic. That was 25 microfarad, 25 volts. So I stuck a 20 microfarad, 25 volts there, as close as I've got. And the same there. That was a 25 microfarad, 25 volts. Closest I've got is a 20 microfarad, 25 volts. The filter capacitor come out of there. I'm in 2 minds whether to leave it or not. I'm not just too sure, but I am feeling at the moment. I'm going to call it quits for today. Yeah, but as you see, it's come along quite nice. These wires here, even had a bit of a jumble. I know what they went to. They went to this filter capacitor, and I know what orientation they was. And here's the capacitor taken out so far. A few waxes, a few electrolytics, and a non-polarised electrolytic. As you see, it's got no red end. Mine was going down to chassis on the negative. So I shall sort this out. Might be tomorrow, might be the next day when I'm feeling a bit better. But I will publish this video online. You'll probably get it sometime tomorrow. So you know I'm actually doing something, and you know the problems I've had of late. Oh dear. Anyway, people, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe, please like, and please leave any comments if you have any. My backlight's playing up, sorry about that. Yeah, please leave any comments if you have any. As you know, I reply to virtually all my comments, or 99% of them, or 90%. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm probably getting a bit slow now. So yeah, thumbs up, and I'll see you probably perhaps tomorrow, perhaps the next day. Okay, see how I feel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.